Brian Nickel, excuse me, back here at Fort Morgan High School. Emily Hernandez running the boards for us tonight. Back at the studio. Fort Morgan boys come in 2-10 in league play, 5-14 overall. Skyline comes in 8-3 in league play, 11-7 overall. Fort Morgan Mustang boys are averaging 50.1 points per game, but giving up 58.7 overall. They are giving up 62.3 points a game in league play. Skyline is averaging at 50.7 points a game and averaging giving up 50.2 points per contest. Meade leads the league at 11-0. Holy Family is second at 11-1. Skyline is third at 8-3, then followed up by Windsor at 7-5, Frederick at 4-8, Erie at 3-8, Roosevelt 3-8, Berthoud at 3-9, and Fort Morgan boys at 2-10. Leading scorer for the, we'll go into what happens the first time these two teams met, and the Falcons won that game 52-41. That was back on the 12th of January. And the Fort Morgan boys come in on a 3-game losing streak. Their last loss was to Windsor, 67-49. That was last Saturday. Nick Norris with 20 points and 7 rebounds. Isaac Linker with 9 points and 7 rebounds. Falcons come in on a 1-game win streak. They beat Frederick last Saturday 56-49. Don't have any stats from that game. They had not entered any into max preps as of this morning. So leading scorers for for the Skyline Falcons is Gage Robertson at 16 points per game. Austin Robeson at 14.5 points per game. Leading scorers for the Mustangs is Nick Norris at 12.7 points a game, and Fernando Marquez at 7.6 points a game. Fernando Marquez is a freshman for this Fort Morgan team and looks to be a pretty good player, that's for sure. So things to look up here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs as we move on in the future. As far as shooting percentages for the Mustangs, they're shooting at 19% from the three-point line, 46% from 2 points, and 54% from the free throw line. For the Falcons, they're shooting at 28% from the three-point line, 59% free throws, and 53% from 2-point land. Leading rebounders for your Fort Morgan Mustangs this year is Nick Norris. He has 151 free throws or rebounds so far this year, 7.9 rebounds per game. Isaac Linker with 107, 5.6 rebounds per game. Leading rebounders for Skyline is Austin Robeson with 109. He averages 8.4 rebounds per game. Gage Robertson has 78. He averages 5.2 rebounds per game. The Falcons sit in the RPI at number 20. The Fort Morgan Mustang boys sit at 55. So the Mustangs are in need of some victories here in these last 4 games if they want to try to get into the playoffs. That's for darn sure. They only take the top 48 and they're sitting at 55. As far as the rest of the league is concerned, Holy Family is number 3, Meade is number 5, Frederick 6 at 39, Erie at 41, Berthoud at 51, Roosevelt at 52, and Windsor in 5A sits at 31 in the RPI. Rankings for the in 4A rankings, Meade sits at number 4 and Holy Family at number 5. So we will get some introductions here, figure out who is starting here for each team here, and it will be starting will be Austin Robeson along with Hayden Robeson, Braden Elwood along with Gage Robertson, and Chris Roy for the Falcons. And starting for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, it looks like Noah Rojo. He is a senior. He will get the start. Along with, let's see who we've got starting here. If I can see down there who is starting. It looks like Isaac Linker. He is a senior. He will also start for the Mustangs. Fernando Marquez will be a starter. And along with Caden Edson and Nick Norris will be the starters for your Fort Morgan Mustangs. So the seniors will get the start tonight. Devin Mussman is still hurt, not suited up. And I don't know if he will get a chance to play again before the end of the season or not. He would probably like to get in a little bit more action before the season comes to an end. But the Mustangs did play these boys tough the first time. It was 50, did lose by 11, 52 to 41. But was a close contest, basically at 11 points. So we'll see what they can do here. A victory is well needed tonight. So Fernando Marquez introduced here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Mustangs are coached by Andy Schoen. He is assisted by Jim Krackemeyer, Greg Edson, TJ Steiner, and C.W. Scott. Skyline's head coach is Tyler Cerveni. He is assisted by Russ Miller, Elliot Rodstein, and Eric Childers. So Isaac Linker being introduced here as we get ready here shortly to get this contest underway. So the Mustangs will be at Meade on Thursday night. Meade is 11-0. So the opening tip is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Things happen in life. Make sure you're prepared with the right insurance coverage. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance in Brush and Fort Morgan. So jumping for the Mustangs is Nick Norris, and he will jump against Austin Robeson. And that ball is going to be controlled by Falcon. Over here on the near side to Robertson. Robertson over is going to kick it out. Can hardly see the numbers. Now it's going to be underneath on the near side now to Elwood, cutting into the lane, kicking it back out. On the far side is Roy. So nice defense here. That ball is going to be thrown away. Nice job by the Fort Morgan defense to prevent that ball from, as they cut it off going into the lane, and then a pass over on the far side was well over the head of the intended player. So Edson off to Linker, out at the point over on the far side to Rowe. Now back for Marquez. Marquez picks it up back to Rojo. And that shot is up but no good. And out of bounds off of Skyline. So the Mustangs will retain possession. They get it into Norris in the left corner. Now back out to Marquez. To Rojo. Now that ball is going to be taken away on the far side. And Robertson on the near side. Now into the hands of Elwood. Elwood looks to get the ball away. Does get it off back into the hands of Robertson. Robertson being guarded by Caden Edson. So no score here with a minute, with 6:47 left. And they get the ball over on the far side, and that three is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Caden Edson. Marquez out front, now to Rojo, now to Linker, down at the baseline underneath the Norris. Nice job by Nick Norris, up and good for the 2 points. 2-0 Mustangs. 6:18 left here in this game. A three is going to be taken from up top, and that is going to be rebounded. I believe that's going to be off. Oh, thought maybe it's going to be off of Isaac Linker. But off of the Falcons and out of bounds. So it looks like a 2 threes 2-3 zone defense by the Falcons. Linker on the far side to Rojo. Skip pass to Marquez, now to Linker. Bounce pass over to Rojo, back to Linker out at the point. Now to Edson as he sets up the offense to Rojo or to Marquez on the near side, over to Rojo on the far side. Linker drives that baseline, picks it up. Now he kicks it out to Edson. And they're going to call her over and back on the Mustang. Thought maybe the ball was tipped. But the ref said no. So inbounds on the far side will be Austin Robeson. He gets into the hands of Elwood. Now cutting to Robeson as he goes in, and that shot is going to be up and good. By Austin Robeson. So 2-2 here, 5:17 to go first period. Linker on the cut, and there's going to be a foul called on the far side. We'll see if that goes on Elwood. That will go on Robeson, his first, team first. So into the game will be McGregor for Elwood. So the Mustangs will inbound left baseline of their basket. As they look to get it to Linker. Linker's little jumper from the left side is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Robeson. Now left all alone here, but drives the baseline, pulls it back out is Roy. Chris Roy. Now into the layup, into the lane, and that shot is going to be no good, and that was taken by Hayden Robeson. But the foul on Nick Norris. His first, team first. So that will send Hayden Robeson to the line to shoot two. That first one is up and good. So Simon Graff is in, along with David Serinana. And that second free throw also up and good. But Edson is out along with Marquez. So Serinana picks up his dribble, now to Rojo on the far side. Drives that baseline now to, it's going to be a steal underneath. I thought maybe it had gone out of bounds. Skyline now quickly down court as they set the ball up on the far side with Robertson. Robertson turns as he was left alone and rebounded by Isaac Linker. Now Serinana looks over to head coach Andy Schoen to get the play he wants run. So 4-2 here with almost half the quarter gone. Rojo left elbow underneath to Norris. Norris's layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Norris. Shot is going to be up again. Going to be up and good. Rebounded, and this time it is going to be good by Norris. And that foul is going to go on Robeson. That will be his second. But two big rebounds there by Nick Norris. As he's standing in there toe-to-toe with Robeson, who has now come out of the game. Chased Silva into the game. So Nick Norris to shoot one. Tied here at 4 with 4:02 left. That free throw is up and good, so the Mustangs lead it 5-4. With just under 4 minutes left here in this opening quarter. So over on the far side is Robertson, being guarded by Serinana into the hands of McGregor. Back out to Robertson. His jumper is going to be up and good. For Gage Robertson. Serinana to Graff over on the far side to Rojo. Rojo's little head fake, little jumper is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Silva. Now into the hands of Robeson. And now a three is going to be taken. That is up and good by Robertson. He was about 2 or 3 feet outside the arc on that one, so Skyline now up 9-5. Serinana out front, picks up his dribble, now to Linker. Linker turns, then try to get the shot up, and taken away on the block is going to be McGregor. So Hayden Roberson gets the ball down court, being guarded by Linker. Hands it off now on the far side to Robertson. Robertson underneath to McGregor. McGregor into the lane. And that shot is going to be up and no good. Gets his own rebound. And then a foul is going to be called. And that will be on Serinana. His first, team second. So Caden Edson back in along with Marquez. Rojo and Linker come out. Roy over in the corner. That ball is tipped, and then they're going to call a foul on Serinana on the pass into the paint. So that will send Rojo back into the game. Serinana will take a seat. 2:29 to go, 9-5 Falcons. Get the ball into McGregor over into the corner. Now he hands it off, I believe, to Robertson. Now back to McGregor, out front to Roy. Stutter steps down the lane. That shot is up and no good. Gets his own rebound to Roy. Ball is tipped away and finally going to be taken by Edson, but they're going to call a jump. Nice job by Caden Edson. Possession to the Mustangs. 2:12 to go. See if they can get a bucket here. Marquez off to Edson, back to Marquez to Rojo, over on the far side now. Back out to Marquez. Marquez hesitates. Layup is going to be up and good by the freshman. Nice touch there at the rim by Marquez. 9-7 Falcons. Roy over on the near side now, and that is going to go back underneath to Silva, and it's going to be taken away by Rojo. Over on the far side to Edson now in the front court now underneath to Nick Norris. Nick Norris goes up strong. Up and good is Norris. 7 points on the night for Norris. 9-9 now. Got it all tied up here. Over on the far side to Robertson. Going to drive it down. And going to be finally taken away by the Mustangs. Marquez. They're going to call Marquez for steps. So 5 turnovers by the Falcons and 4 for the Mustangs. So Norris to come out. Adam Cardona will take a spot on the floor now with 1:09 to go here in the opening quarter. 9-9. So good competitive basketball here by both teams. Over on the near side now to Robeson. Robeson drives it down. Now an illegal screen is going to be called inside. And that will be on Campion. His first, team third, each team with 3 team fouls. So under a minute to go here. All tied up at 9. Rojo on the far side now to Marquez out at the point. Back to Rojo. Far side now to Edson. Edson back up top to Marquez. That ball is going to be tipped, but Rojo corrals it back out front to Marquez. Back out to Rojo once again. Down to 27 seconds. Underneath now to Graff. Graff's going to try to go up with it. They're going to call a jump, and that possession will go to the Falcons. So Fort Morgan ran almost 30 seconds off the clock and did not come away with a shot. So down to 15 seconds. 13. Up top is Robeson. Now they're going to try to get it into Elwood. Elwood out high. Back over to McGregor. Now underneath wide open, but up and no good. Rebounded by Edson. So this quarter will come to an end, all tied up at 9 as we go to a break on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. Left baseline of their basket with Edson to trigger it in. And he gets it into Linker in the left corner, back out to Marquez, now to Rojo out at the point. Keeps that dribble alive, now picks it up, gives it off to Marquez. Marquez to Rojo, back to Marquez, now to Edson on the near side. Edson once again on the near side, back to Marquez. Marquez is going to drive it down. Left-handed layup is going to be up. They're going to call They're going to call a charging foul on Marquez, so no basket. Just a little bit out of control there. So still 9-9 here as we play with almost a minute gone here in this second period. Over out front now to McGregor, over on the far side to Campion. Now a three from up top, and that is going to be no good. Rebounded by Marquez. Marquez now to Edson. Edson dribbles it into the corner now underneath to Norris. Up strong is Nick Norris. 9 points on the night for Norris. Puts the Mustangs up now 11-9. With 6:37 to go here in the second period. Gage Robertson over to McGregor, now far side to Robeson. Robeson's going to drive down the baseline, going to kick it back out. And that three is going to be up and good for Gage Robertson. 8 points on the night for Robertson. 2 of those baskets from behind the arc. Now to Edson on the near side to Marquez, over to Rojo on the far side. Now back out to Marquez, over to Linker on the left wing. Linker bounce pass out to Marquez. Marquez picks it up to Edson. Edson back out to Marquez. Marquez back to Edson on the left side. Now Linker into the lane, and that layup is going to be up and good by Linker, and he is fouled on the shot. And that foul will go on McGregor, but nice strong move there by Isaac Linker. He will go to the line to shoot one. Puts the Mustangs up 13-12. And a 30-second timeout will be taken by Skyline, but we will leave it right here as the Mustangs on top now 13-12 with 5:51 to go here in this second period. It's tied up at 9 at the end of one. Nick Norris with 9 points and 2 rebounds leads the way for the Mustangs so far. Gage Robertson, 8 points, and 2 of those buckets are from behind the arc. So Isaac Linker to shoot one. And Austin Robeson back into the game for the Skyline Falcons. That shot is going to be up and good. 3 points on the night for Isaac Linker. And Hayden Robeson gets the ball up court, gets it off into the hands now of Gage Robertson on the far side. Now they're going to try to get the ball in, and it's going to be off of Isaac Linker. Nice defense there over there by Linker to get it in front of Robeson. Robeson now a three from the corner is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Norris. Gets it into the hands of Marquez. Gets it up into the front court as they get the offense set up to Edson on the near side, back to Marquez. Simon Graff back into the game for the Mustangs. Edson back to Marquez, to Graff out on the left wing, and that ball is going to be tipped and finally taken away. It was battered around and finally taken away by, big block. Comes out of nowhere, but they're going to call Norris. They're going to call Norris on the foul, or is it going to be, they're going to call Nick Norris on the foul. Looked like it was all ball, but big block on Gage Robertson, but Robertson will go to the line to shoot two. Mustangs up 14-12, but big block by Norris, and that free throw is going to be up and good by Robertson. Into the game now will be Adam Cardona for Nick Norris as he takes a seat with 2 2 fouls, 3 rebounds, and 9 points. That free throw also up and good by Robertson. And now into the game is Chase Silva for Braden Elwood. So Mustangs inbounds far end. Little trap going on here by Skyline. Now a timeout is going to be called here by the Mustangs. It is just a 30-second timeout, so we will leave it here. But the Falcons came out with a trapping defense about mid-court. First time they've showed that tonight. With the game all tied up here at 14. With 4:58 to go in the first half. Willow Coffee and Bake Shop. Get a delicious treat, breakfast or lunch option to make the day better. 921 Edison Street in Rush today. So good close contest here. They've slowed it down a lot, only 14 points apiece here. We've played almost a quarter and a half. Not quite a quarter and a half, but 4:58 left here in this first half as Linker gets it into Graff. Gets it into the hands now of Marquez. Marquez out front, picks up his dribble. Now he's got to get it off, gets it off to Linker. Now to Graff. Graff underneath, and the ball is going to be taken away. Turnover. And so the steal, and then the turnover by the Skyline Falcons as Edson gets it into Linker. Linker with the bounce pass out to Graff out front, now to Marquez. Edson with the left-handed dribble out front, now back to Marquez on the high right wing. The ball is going to be tipped away, and then a foul is going to be called after the steal. And that will be on Adam Cardona, his first, team sixth. So McGregor will check in for Skyline into the hands of Roy. Now to Robertson on the far side. Baseball pass cross court to Roy. Still tied at 14, 4:18 to go. They get it underneath to McGregor. McGregor, oh, nice block there by Simon Graff. Another block. Oh. Called a foul underneath. And they say that was also on Cardona. So that will send McGregor to the line to shoot 2. That was a 17 foul, excuse me, a 1-and-1. And he misses that first one, so the Mustangs come down with the rebound. That ball is going to be tipped and taken away by the Falcons. So 9 turnovers here in this opening period by Fort Morgan, 6 by the Falcons. Gage Robertson on the far side now hands off to Roy. Up top now to Robeson. Back over to Roy. Going to hand it off to Robertson out at the top. 3:44 to go here in this second period. Now a bad pass on the far side. Turnover by the Falcons as an errant pass on the far side. Austin Roberson was saying it was tipped by the Mustangs. It was up to the ref. He makes the final decision. So Marquez picks up his dribble. The Linker out on the high left wing. Now he picks up his dribble. Now underneath that ball is going to be tipped out of bounds off of Robertson. And out of bounds, so the Mustangs will retain possession. As Edson will inbound right baseline of the basket. Get it into Linker. Linker keeps that dribble alive. Now gets it out to the point. Gets it off to Edson. He's being double teamed out in the left corner. Now another takeaway by the Falcons. As Roy gets it up into the front court. Now over to Robeson out at the point. Now over to Robertson on the far side to Roy. Back to Robeson with 2:57. Still tied up here at 14. Now to Roy. Back to Robeson out at the point. Back to Roy on the far side, and that three is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Cardona. Gets it off to Linker. Linker now to Marquez. Going to be a trap at midcourt. And that ball is going to be tipped and going to be finally taken by Linker in the back court. Hands it off to Edson. They need to get it up into the front court. They do to Cardona. Now to Marquez out on the left side. Should have been a reach foul. Nothing called. Marquez picks up his dribble. Now back to Edson out at the point. Dribbles down, now pulls it back out. Simon Graff out on the high right wing. Going to drive it down off to Cardona. Cardona's shot is going to be up and good for Adam Cardona. Nice move by Cardona to put the Mustangs up 16-14 with 2 minutes left here in the first half. So Robeson to Roy, now underneath to McGregor. He loses possession of it, but he does retain it back in the corner. Roy back out to Robeson out at the point. Robeson drives it all the way down, and his shot is going to be blocked and off of Robeson and out of bounds. So possession to the Mustangs. Will take it on the being knocked out of bounds. So Noah Rojo into the game now. Adam Cardona takes a seat. Mustangs up 16-14. As Marquez is being double teamed to Graff. Now to Edson. Edson drives the baseline. Going to get it off to Rojo out in the left corner. He drives it down. And it's going to be stolen over in the far corner. So 11 turnovers here in this opening half. And that three is going to be up and good by Campion. So Marquez with the ball. Going to be now into the corner to Edson. He's going to drive it out. Going to pick up his dribble. That ball is going to be kicked. So possession to the Mustangs with 56.3 seconds. The Mustangs down by 1, 17-16. With Elwood coming back into the game, and Austin Robeson will take a seat. Mustangs look to get the ball in. They do get it into Marquez in the front court with 53 seconds to go. Now back out to Graff. Graff over to Rojo. Bounce pass to Linker. Linker into the corner. Now he's going to have the ball off of Rojo and out of bounds. So the Falcons take possession with Hayden Robeson. Gives it off to Elwood. Now over on the far side underneath to Elwood. Back out front and another three. And that is going to be up and good for Campion. Back-to-back threes. 20-16. Mustangs down 4. And now I don't know how they call a double dribble. It wasn't even in his hand, so I'm not sure how that was a double dribble, but turnover by the Mustangs. I'm not sure how they called that a double dribble. He let go of the ball and didn't even go back to him, so I'm not sure where he came up with that call. Down to 10 seconds here left in this first half, 20-16. Down to 7. Robertson on the far side is going to drive it down. He's going to kick it out to Robeson. Layup is going to be up, and underhand layup is going to be up and good by Hayden Robeson. So that will put the Falcons up 22-16 as we take a 3-minute break here at halftime on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel back here at Fort Morgan High School as we get ready to get half number 2 started here. Mustangs will finish out the season on the 15th of February. In between then, we will have games at Meade on Thursday night. That'll be a 7 o'clock game. Girls will be at 5:30. And then Saturday night, we'll be back here against Frederick. Once again, a 7 o'clock game for the boys, a 5:30 for the girls. And then they will finish out the season on the 15th at Roosevelt, 5:30 and 7 once again. So the Mustangs will have possession to start off this second half. We will see what unfolds here. been a close contest anyway. Way too many turnovers though for the Mustangs. 13 turnovers in that first half. 8 for the Falcons. I think somebody likes to play with the buzzer. They need to get the time set back up on the clock. There we go. So Isaac Linker will inbounds far side. Mid-court with David Sarignana back on the floor. Fernando Marquez, Nick Norris, and Caden Edson on the floor. Sarignana out on the high right wing, being double teamed. And now they get the ball in, and it's going to be tipped and taken away by the Falcons, and then a rebound by Isaac Linker, and then a foul is going to be called. I believe they called that on Silva, be his first. But Linker with his second rebound, they get into the hands of Sarignana over to Edson over on the far right side. He's going to dribble it way up top, gives it off to Marquez. Picks up his dribble, now to Norris out at the top of the key. Hands it back off to Sarignana. Now to Marquez. Marquez out at the point. Fakes that pass. He's going to pick up his dribble. Now he's got to get it off. Gives it to Sarignana over in the corner. And off of Linker's hand. It was first tipped and then off of Linker's hand and out of bounds. So 2 quick turnovers here by the Mustangs. Here to start off this second half. 22-16 Skyline. Over on the far side to Silva. Now a 3 is going to be up and no good. Going to be taken away by Linker. Linker gets it into the hands of Sarignana to Marquez as he gets it to Norris. Back to Sarignana out on the high right wing. Caden Edson on the left wing. Now underneath. Now to Marquez on the cut. On the backdoor cut. And it was there for Marquez. So nice job there by Linker on the assist. So we will see if they're going to take a full timeout. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we will leave it here as the Fort Morgan Mustangs draw first blood here in this second half to close it to within 4, 22-18. But nice offensive play there to Linker down low, and then he saw Marquez cutting on the backside, and Marquez up with the bucket. 4 points on the night for Fernando Marquez. So the Falcons will inbound. Let's see, the Mustangs are going to come out and I thought they were going to put some pressure on the Falcons, but they were just headed to the wrong end. So the Falcons with the ball inbounds. They get it in to Hayden Robeson. He hands it off now to Robertson. Robertson's going to kick it out to Silva. And that 3 is up and no good. In the rebound to Robinson. And that ball is going to be tipped away, and now let's see what they're going to call. A foul on the Mustangs. That will be on Sarignana. That will be his third. As it looked like they were wrestling away for the ball and called a foul on the grab. But no action to get Sarignana out of the game. So Robertson over in the corner. And Robertson has it. He's going to kick it out to Silva, or Campion, excuse me. Now Campion gets it back over to Robertson. Ball is going to be tipped away. Nice job by Caden Edson. He tried to keep that ball in bounds, but eventually was off of him and out of bounds. So Campion comes out, and Silva comes out. Chris Roy back into the game along with Braden Elwood. So Robertson, Roy, nice job, nice steal by Linker. Jumped up and knocked that pass down, then came down with it. Going to hand it off now to Rojo, to Linker. Linker's going to drive it down. Layup is going to be up and no good. And going to be off of, it's going to be off of the Falcons and out of bounds. So nice hustle there by Linker as he was diving for the ball, but ended up going out of bounds. Now it's going to be off of Marquez and out of bounds. He lost control of it going down the baseline. 22-18 Falcons with 5:42 to go. Mustangs will put the only basket up on the board so far in the second half, and that ball is going to be, should have been over and back. Looked like he was over crossed half court, but said it was off of, he did knock it back and off of Surinana and out of bounds, but no over and back called, so it'll be inbounds far side from Elwood as he will get it into Hayden Robeson. Back to Roy over on the left wing. Now to Robertson. Robertson with the dribble over there, gets it out front to Elwood. Elwood gets it back from Roy. Now a three is going to be up, and that's off the rim and no good. Elwood gets his own rebound. That should have been an offensive foul, and it was on Hayden Robertson as he used the elbow to clear the path. So turnover number 3 here for the Falcons. Surinana comes out. Marquez was out there. Rojo into the game. So just under 5 minutes to go, 22-18. Still only one bucket so far scored here in this second half, and that was by the Mustangs. Marquez, little jumper, net is up and no good. Rebounded by Austin Robertson. Now into the hands of Robertson. Robertson gives a cut, and that pass is going to be taken away. Turnover, and then another turnover by the Mustangs. And that shot is blocked, but they're going to call Linker for the foul. Looked like a pretty clean block. Linker's going to get his first. And that will send Roy to the line to shoot. To shoot 22-18, and that free throw is up and good. So McGregor comes in for Austin Robeson. So Simon Graff and Adam Cardona come in for Isaac Linker and Caden Edson. Hayden Robeson comes back in for Robertson. So 23-18. Skyline, that free throw also up and good. 24-18, back to that 6-point lead. Both teams with 2 points here in this second half. Graff back out front to Marquez. Marquez into the lane. His ball is going to go to Cardona and blocked out of bounds off of the Falcons, so Mustangs will retain possession inbounds left baseline of their basket. Cardona in the corner to Rojo, to Simon Graff out at the point, picks up his dribble, gives it off to Rojo, back to Marquez. Marquez back to Rojo. Oh, that ball is going to be intercepted on the far side. Not a good cross-court pass there by Rojo. Now a three is going to be taken. That is in and out and rebounded by Robeson. Nice block there by Adam Cardona. Now the Mustangs with possession in their front court. Now that ball is going to be taken, but a push is going to be called, and that will be on McGregor. That will be his second. 24-18, 3:42 to go, third period. They get it into Graff out high now to Rojo. Rojo to Marquez on the left, on the right wing. Now back out to Graff out high. Graff's going to drive it down now underneath and taken away by the Falcons. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Norris. His pass is going to be saved inbounds but taken away. So not a good decision there by Norris. Just should have brought it back down and ran the offense. 24-18 Skyline. Surinana is getting ready to come back in for the Mustangs. Robertson now to Elwood. Elwood in the corner being guarded by Rojo. Tipped but into the hands of McGregor. Back to Elwood. Elwood dribbles, picks it up. Now back to McGregor. McGregor whips it out, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Cardona. Still only 4 points scored in this whole second half. Now Coach Andy Schoen is going to call a timeout. It's just a 30-second timeout, so we will leave it right here for now. This was a 22-16 game at halftime in favor of Skyline, and now it is a 24-18 game in favor of Skyline. Marquez with the only bucket for Fort Morgan, and Chris Roy with 2 free throws. With 2:40 left here in this third period. Both teams not anywhere near their average for the games. Skyline averages almost 51 points a game. Fort Morgan averages 50 points a game. So very low scoring affair here in Fort Morgan. Now Nana with the ball as he will look to get double teamed over to Simon Graff out on the right wing to Linker. Linker's going to give it off to up and good by Cardona. Nice assist there by Linker. 4 points on the night for Adam Cardona. Little floater is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Graff. And then a foul is going to be called. And that foul will go on Campion, his second. So Robertson comes back in for Hayden Robinson. The Mustangs getting into the hands of Rojo with 2 minutes left here in this third period, 24-20 Skyline. So Rojo to Linker. Linker with the pivot. Now that pass is going to be not a good pass. I don't know if he thought Graff was going to run towards the basket. It was kind of a lead pass, but Graff just stayed put in the corner. So turnover number 9 here in this second, just in this third period. So Roberson drives the baseline. Nice job by Linker to block him out. Now a foul is going to be called underneath on the rebound. And that will be on Simon Graff. That will be his first. So Caden Edson in for Noah Rojo. Now a quick tip up and no good on the inbounds. Up and under though is good by Austin Robinson. Excuse me. So 6-point lead here by the Skyline Falcons with 1:26 to go. Cardona to Edson. Edson now to Rojo or to Graff over in the corner. Graff's little layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be tipped around and finally taken away by Robertson. Now to nice tip pass and shot is going to be up and good by McGregor, and a foul is going to be called on Simon Graff. That will be his second. Some nice touch passes there by the Mustangs. Now Nick Norris will come back in for Simon Graff. Fernando Marquez will be in for... He is coming in for Adam Cardona. So that was McGregor's first points of the night. He did miss a free throw in that second period. And that one's also in and out, rebounded by Norris. 5 rebounds on the night by Norris. Oh, not a good pass by Marquez. It ends up going into the back court. And turnover Mustangs with 55.6 seconds left. And they're down 8, 28-20. McGregor being guarded by Nana now hands it off to Roy over on the right wing. Roy brings it back out. Now a 3 is going to be up by Campion, and that is up and good from behind the arc. So an 11-point lead here all of a sudden for the Skyline Falcons. and almost thrown away over there on the far side, but retained by the Mustangs. They get into the hands of Marquez. Marquez ball is going to be tipped away, but it's going to be a foul called. I believe that is on Chris Roy. That would be his first. So the Mustangs inbounds left baseline of their basket. Down 11, 31-20. Linker in the corner. Out to Marquez. We'll see if the Mustangs run this down for just, that should have been a foul. It is a foul on Roy as he runs into Edson. So into the game is Silva. He will replace Austin Robeson. Caden Edson to inbounds in front of the Mustang bench near side. 14.3 seconds to go here, third period. They get it into Linker. Now they look underneath. They do get it into Norris. Layup is up and good for Nick Norris. 11 points on the night for Norris. With 5 seconds left. Roy, 31-22. Roy, nice defense there by the Mustangs. As Roy did not get up a very good shot, but the Mustangs trail at 31-22 as we go to the fourth quarter on B106 and B106.com. So Skyline will have possession to start off this fourth period. They get it in the hands of Hayden Robeson. That ball is going to be tipped. And nice hustle job there by Linkers. He gets it into the hands of Norris. That shot is going to be up and no good, but he was fouled on the layup. But nice job by Linker to get it back in. And Norris will go to the line to shoot two. He has shot once there tonight and made it. So the Mustangs need the free throws. And that one is up and good for Norris. 12 points on the night for junior Nick Norris. And that free throw also up and good. Nice looking free throws there by the junior. Now full court pressure by the Mustangs. And being triple teamed, now they need to get down court and get some defense here. And they do get back. Nice job as Hayden Robeson gets it into the hands now of Robertson down at the baseline. Little bounce pass up, and that is going to be up and good by Austin Robeson. Sarignana picks up his dribble. Still in the backcourt, gets it to Edson. So double teaming, and now to Norris, out high over to Marquez, to Linker, back out front to Edson on the far side, and that ball is going to be finally tipped away and taken away by the Falcons. So 24 turnovers here so far for the Mustangs here in this contest. 13 for Skyline. Now a shot from the three-point arc is up and no good. Going to be taken away by, they're going to call a carry on Sarignana. He did get the rebound, but then lost control of the ball as it went way high, and they called him for the carry. So Austin Robeson to inbounds in front of their own bench. He gets it into the hands of Silva out at the point. Silva hands it off now to Robertson. Robertson drives it down, kicks it back out now to Campion. Campion picks up his dribble now to Robertson on the right wing. Underneath now, and that layup is going to be up and good by Silva. His first 2 points of the night. 11-point lead, 35-24. Now to Linker. Linker hands it off to Marquez. Marquez is going to drive it down. That shot is going to be up and no good. And Robeson comes down with the rebound. Now Marquez almost with the layup as he was from behind the line. And that three is going to be up and good by Robertson. As the Mustangs are down now 14, and it will be a full timeout, so we'll take one with them here. The Mustangs down 38-24 with 5:49 to go here in the fourth period on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. So the Mustangs have some work to do here with 5:47 left as they're down 14, 38-24. Surinana to Marquez, back to Surinana over on the far side to Rojo. 2-3 zone defense now by the Falcons. And then a foul is going to be called on the far side. And that will be on Campion. That will be his third. That will be the team seventh. So Noah Rojo will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. They need to make their free throws here when they got the chance. That is in and out, going to be rebounded and taken away by Lincoln. His shot is up and good. Nice job by Linker with the rebound and then the putback. As he took it right away from Robertson. Now the ball is taken away by layup. Is going to be up and good by Marquez after the feed from Surinana on the steal. And that foul is going to go on Austin Robeson. But Marquez with the bucket. And we're trying to see if it's going to be a full timeout, and it is here. The Mustangs have cut it to 10 with 5:19 left to go here on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. So Marquez to go to the line to shoot one. And that is up and good for Marquez. Fort Morgan with the full court pressure once again. Down by 9. Head into this lead. Have cut 5 off of it. And now a foul is going to be on Adam Cardona. Just a little aggressive there, but 3 on Cardona, but no shooting fouls yet. So Hayden Robeson gets the ball in now to McGregor out high over on the far side. Now underneath. That shot is going to be blocked, but they're going to call the foul on Linker as he helps Austin Robinson up off the floor. But Robinson will go to the line to shoot 2. And Linker will have his second foul. Roberson's first free throw is up and nothing but net. And free throw number 2. Nice looking free throws there by that young man. And Austin Robeson, a junior. Now that ball is going to be tipped away, but they're going to call a over the back foul. Now a technical foul has just been called. That may be it. He had the personal foul and then was called for the technical foul on Austin Robeson. He was not happy with the call. So that should be foul number 5. Yep, he is done. He will leave the game with 8 points and 4 rebounds. But Roberson not happy with the call, and he demonstrated it out there and was teed up for us. So that will send Marquez to the line to shoot the 2 technicals. So Adam Cardona comes out. Noah Rojo comes out. Nick Norris and David Surinana back into the game. And now a full timeout has been taken here, so we will take it with him as the Mustangs are down 40-29 with just under 5 minutes left here on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. So the freshman Marquez goes to the line to shoot the free throws, and that first one is up and good. Cuts it to a 10-point contest with 4:57 left here. And that next free throw bounces around and misses. Hit the back of the rim, the front of the rim, and then fell out. And that was the... now they had the Caden Edson out of the line to shoot, I believe now technicals, and that one is in and out. He gets one of those. They only get 2 of 4. But Rojo was fouled was fouled out front, and that was their 10th team foul. So that was an automatic. That was 2 for the bonus, and then Caden Edson with the 2 for the technical, and each missed. We're 1 and 1 from the line. So now Edson for a 3, and that is up and good. Caden Edson buries it from three-point land. Makes it a 6-point contest here with 4.5 to go, 40-34. Roy with possession out front. Now they're going to call a travel on Campion. So Fort Morgan has a chance to cut into this lead just a little bit more. Isaac Linker will inbounds far side in front of the student section. Nice student section represented here tonight by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Sarignana out front. Now underneath. Oh, it was right there. Linker was open and the pass was just too high as it goes out of bounds on the end line. So 4:18 to go. The Mustangs down 6. They're going to back off of their press and settle back into a man-to-man defense. So Robeson gets it off to McGregor out high here. Back to Robeson, now over to Campion over on the high left wing. As he sets up the offense now to Robertson. Robertson against Edson. Now over into the corner now to Roy. As gives it to Campion. He cuts it back out. Now back up to Robeson out front. Over on the far side to McGregor, 3:38. Going to hand it off to Robertson. He's going to drive it down the lane. And a jump ball. Nice job by Caden Edson. Possession arrow to the Mustangs. And as Edson reached in there and grabbed the ball, he was spinning to go up for the basket. As the Mustangs go. Their offense set up here with Sarignana out front now underneath to Norris, and he is fouled on the shot as he turned into the lane. So Norris will go to the line to shoot 2. And that will be on McGregor. That will be his 3rd. So Nick Norris buries that one. He has been perfect from the line so far tonight. Cuts it to a 5-point lead. The Mustangs clawing back here, and that one is also up and good for Nick Norris. The Mustangs back off. They fall back into their man-to-man defense. 4-point game here now, 40-36. Hands it off now and goes down to Robertson. And now a jump. No, they're going to call a timeout before the jump was called for the tie-up. So we will see what it is. It's a full timeout, so we'll take one with him. 3:07 to go here. The Mustangs only down 4 on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. So the Falcons with possession here as they get the ball in over onto the far side now to Campion. Out front to Robeson. Robeson drives it, and that layup is going to come up short and rebounded by Norris. Gets it into the hands of Sarignana as he looks to get it across half court, being guarded by Silva. Now Linker out high, now to Edson. Open momentarily for the 3, now underneath the link to Norris, and he is going to be fouled on the shot as he went up. And that will be on Hayden Robeson. So Nick Norris back from the line to shoot 2. Mustangs are 6 of 9 so far in this 4th period from the free throw line. Norris is perfect. And up and good is Nick Norris. Continues that streak from the free throw line, a 3-point game, 40-37. As the Mustangs try to get this game even. That one is also up and good. 40-38, 2-point lead. Mustangs were down 14. Edson. It looked like he was out of control, but Edson needs to, he's just talking to the ref, but He just wants to, don't get a technical here, don't do anything stupid. Only down 2, 40-38, anybody's ball game. Caden Edson's first, so we're good. 17 fouls on the Mustangs, 10 or more anyway on the Falcons. So Robertson drives it down the lane. His little jumper is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Isaac Linker. And then a foul in the back court. And that will be on Silva. That will be his second. So Isaac Linker with a chance to tie it up here from the free throw line. As they're down 2, 40-38 with 2:01 left. So Isaac Linker from the free throw line. He is 1 of 1 so far tonight, and that one is nothing but net for Linker. So the Mustangs are on point here for their free throws here in this fourth period. Norris has hit 6. And Linker is 1 of 1 so far. Let's see if he can bury this one, and that ties it up. They've come all the way back, and it is now a tied game at 40-40 as the Mustangs sit back on defense. Robertson drives down that right side, and they're going to call a foul, and that will be on Edson, I believe. His second, but that will send, I believe that is Robertson, for the 1-and-1. So Robertson's free throw is up and good. So that breaks the tie here, 41-40. So Mustangs hanging in here with that one also up and good. With the third place team here in the Tri-Valley, they're 8-3. Turning on it to Linker. Now a timeout is going to be called. A full timeout is going to be taken here. So the Mustangs down 2 with 1:38 to go as they take a timeout to get things set up here on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. So the Mustangs had tied this up at 40, now down 2, 42-40. After Robertson hit 2 free throws, now the Mustangs inbounds near side here in front of their basket. But they have done a nice job from the free throw line in this fourth period. Edson out on the high side out there now to Sarignana to Marquez. Marquez is going to drive it down. The little jumper from the baseline is going to finally come out and going to be taken away by Robeson. So Robertson now in control out here. Now he hands it off to Hayden Robeson. Robeson now up high to Silva. Silva to Campion over on the high left wing. Back out to Robeson out at the point. Down to 1 minute to go here, 42-40. As Campion against Linker, and that 3 is up and off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Marquez. Big rebound there by Marquez. As the Mustangs can tie it or take the lead. Sarignana over on the far side now to Linker in the middle underneath to Norris. Norris' shot is up and no good. Looked like he was pushed. And now a foul is going to be called on Edson, which is not a bad thing. They're going to have to get the ball back with 32.9 seconds to go. But Norris was wide open there. He just went over the rim. So Robeson will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. That is 9 team fouls. The Mustangs need to get position on a rebound, but that ball was nothing but net. So the Mustangs down 3, 43-40. Next free throw is nothing but net also. 44-40, 30 seconds. They get the Sarignana up in the front court. And now a jump ball is called on the tie-up over there. Coach Schoen thought there should have been a foul call, but that possession arrow now goes to the Falcons, so they're going to have to get a foul here and get the ball back. Get the ball into the hands of Roberson. And now a foul on Serenana. That will be his fourth. So Robeson will go to the line to shoot 2 this time. That is 10 team foul now. Where he just buried 2 just a minute ago. And that one bounces around and goes in. Got the shooter's touch on that one, 45-40. As Falcons clear out the lane. 19 seconds left, and that free throw is nothing but net. As they're perfect from the line here in this fourth period also. As they've hit 8 free throws. Marquez now an errant pass and a turnover and a layup, and that is going to be up and good by Silva. And they call a foul. They got to turn the clock to go off. Now they have to be turned with a clock running. They've got to figure out who the foul is on. So going to the line to shoot 1 will be Silva. Now down 8, 48-40. They've got to get the clock straightened out. I think there's like 8 seconds left or something. 8.8 seconds. But that foul was on Marquez. That will be his. The Mustangs tied this at 40 and have not scored since. The Falcons have scored 8. They've done an 8-0 run here in the last minute with 8.8 seconds. So Silva with 1, and that is up and good. So a 9-point game with 8.8 seconds. It's into the front court now to Marquez. They've got to get a shot up, and that shot is up and good by Marquez. And that is how this game will come to an end. The Mustangs were so close. They had this down to a tie at 40. Were outscored 9-2 here in this fourth period. But a gallant effort as they stayed toe-to-toe with the number 3 team here in the league, the Skyline Falcons. That will improve Skyline now to 9-3 in the league. That will drop Fort Morgan to 2-11. So we will take a 3-minute break and be back with the post-game show here on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com. Well, the Fort Morgan Mustang boys gave it a valiant try tonight here, but came up short 49-42 to the Skyline Falcons. This Fort Morgan Mustangs post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Morgan Community College is there to make your dreams become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out at morgancc.edu. But a game that the boys could have had, they came back, tied it at 40 with about a minute left, and then were outscored 9-2 in that final minute of play. But did play the Skyline Falcons tough tonight. Number 3 in the league. Scoring for the Skyline Falcons tonight, leading the way, was Gage Robertson with 15, and that was followed up by Adrian Campion with 9. Hayden Robeson and Austin Robeson each with 8. Chase Silva with 5. That was followed up by Chris Roy and Nate McGregor each with 2. For the Mustangs, leading the way tonight was Nick Norris with 17. Isaac Linker, next scoring would have been Marquez with 9, then Isaac Linker with 7. Followed up by Adam Cardona with 4. And Caden Edson with 4 for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. The Mustangs were 10 of 13 from the free throw line there in that fourth period. So they made free throws when they need to. They just had too many turnovers and empty possessions there in that fourth period. to come away with a win. For turnovers, I have for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, they had 28 turnovers tonight, and that was compared to 16 for the Skyline Falcons. As far as rebounds were concerned tonight, Mustangs with 17. And the Falcons I have with 13 unofficial, of course. Nick Norris again tonight with a strong game, 17 points and 6 rebounds for Nick Norris. But the Mustangs come up just short. The Falcons were 9 of 9 in that fourth period from the free throw line also, so they the Mustangs outscored the Falcons 19-18 in that period. But it was a low-scoring affair in the third period where the Falcons scored 9, the Mustangs 6. If this was a 9-9 contest after 1, 22-16 Falcons after 2, 31-22 Falcons after 3, and then they come away with the 49-42 win here against the Mustangs. The Mustangs will next be on the road. Their next game will be on the road, and that will be Thursday at Meade, 5:30 for the boys, or 5:30 for the girls, and 7 o'clock for the boys. The Fort Morgan Mustangs player of the game is brought to you by Transwest. Transwest believes that customers are number one. Check out their selection online or just stop by one of their dealerships in Fort Morgan or Sterling today. Nick Norris with a strong game tonight, but we're going to go with our seniors. This was senior night here at Fort Morgan High School. So the seniors tonight, Noah Rojo, Caden Edson, Edson's just a junior, Devin Mussman, who did not get to play, Simon Graff, and Isaac Linker will be our players of the game tonight. So great job here by our sound engineer and producer, Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball, and that has been Emily Hernandez. Once again, our final scores have been, the girls were defeated tonight 66-46. The boys went down 49-42. This is Brian Nickel. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball on Morgan County's B106 and B106.com.